Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Dream Daddy. It's time for us to jump back in with Daddy. I love how, look at all this. There's Dan, there's Funk, and then there's Daddy. Daddy. I pull up to the carpool and Amanda hops in the passenger seat. So, did you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually gossiped about our celebrity crushes. Ha! So you talked about Mario Batali the whole time? It was a very productive meeting. I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab them dinner? Sure thing, kiddo. Let's go to the mall food court. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, sure. Why the mall? Jeez, can't a dad take his daughter to the mall? Will you buy me things? I will buy you a thing. Singular. Sounds like a deal to me. We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. And that's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay. But also sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective because, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good for you to share. Love you. Okay, bye. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vegas said you haven't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vegas' class. It's fine. He's fine. We pull up to a stoplight and I Amanda. She's still texting. I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything. I can tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard Emma R's going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school? Yep. Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny? I don't think you'd get it. Okay. Who you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah? What? No. Dad. Ugh. Can't believe you would. Dad. I mean, jeez. Why would you? Gross. Flustered. She likes him. Sorry. Just asking. Dad, he's just my friend. Guys and girls can be friend. He's my friend. Okay. Jeez. This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation is over. To the mall then. Dad! We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner. Hell yeah. Language, Missy. Heck yeah. Better. I mean, sometimes I don't understand why, there's always this big fuss about language and things, It's like, when it comes to language, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, sometimes there's just parts of it I'm just like, whatever though. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar? Bread with cheese in it? Or do you want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of showering some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and most likely stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in. These are bad. These are very bad, but also strangely delicious. We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, Something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? Which meme? All? All memes.
Aww.
Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hands.
Aww.
Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes that are shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time a meme gets to you, Dad, all us youths have already done the joke to death.
Aww.
And what's worse than that is that TV, movies, and video games will try to jump in on the meme train. But just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out, so it just dates it. And isn't funny. Oh shit, what up?
Ugh.
Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Want to go to that goth store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as anti-establishment despite being the exact representation of the establishment? I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s? Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one!
Yeah.
Amanda runs into the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back. There it is, you can still see the outline, kinda. I'm so... proud? Speech! Amanda. Speech, 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 speech. Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting. Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that will forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann Funk had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead, Goth and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to blow chunks all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda is moved. She begins clapping, slow at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head.
Yes.
Oh hey, chain wallets. Well, Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts. I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for a dad to look at Dead, Goth, and Beyond. Let's look at some ironic mugs. I'm suddenly stricken by existential fear. If there's only one number one dad, then why are there so many mugs here that say that? This whole time I thought I was the only one. If I'm not number one, where do I place on the global dad ranking charts? I have work to do. Look, this is very important to me. I overhear a stifled argument over at the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here. Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem I have outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your supervisors will be receiving a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. The man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they're Victorian inspired or Edwardian in nature. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in hand. Oh boy, here it comes.
No.
Hey, Datron 5000. Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. Cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So what was that guy's deal? Cashier rolls her eyes so hard, I'm afraid she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head up to get some rest. Amanda and I sit on the couch trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh cool, Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers is on. Your favorite, right? Oh, hell yes. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but they're also hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brother truck driving and ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no, the ghost done got control of the truck. I can't steer on them there damn ice roads. Let me use this EVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die. Almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like they're saying you're going to die. That's because we're about to die, you. This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. Do people actually do that? Just go pick arguments on the internet? I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Nothing like that good night's sleep after paranormal ice ghost truckers. Morning, sleepyhead. 5 more minutes. You have never, ever let me have 5 more minutes, so get up. Fine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves and one desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. So, you're excited for the cookout today? That's a bad attitude. Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We will get that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. The social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late. What? No, we have to be fashionably late. We should up to a cookout on time. You know what? We're going early. Just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. I guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through a sprinkler and adults chat in small clusters. I set our veggie plate down on the table next to 2 other veggie plates. Huh. Hey, there's Joseph. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Welcome! I'm so glad you 2 are here. And you brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi. This is Christian and Christy. They're twins. Hey. They stare creepily and say nothing. Then, of course, there's our youngest, Krish. Wait, where's Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh no. It's the one from the bar the other night. What is she doing here? Oh, now could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. Ah, Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to... Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Daddy, and his daughter, Amanda. I shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. I love her. Nice to, meet you, Mary, for the first time. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Mary leaves. Oh god, this is so awkward. I wonder if Joseph knows. I wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. I wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know. It takes all of my energy not to run away from the barbecue and start fresh in a new city. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor. But please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Amanda and I mill around, try some food spread out on the table. I pick at some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. I don't want to have to make friends. Aww. Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I go off to school? But I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad. They're going to talk about the weather. Go. Do it. Make a friend. But how could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting. This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Amanda shoves me into the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party and I'm surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon, the best dad in the game? Didn't I meet that guy at the bar? Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Gotham Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, that's Craig. Wait a sec. I know all of these people who live in the cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I'd better investigate. Alright, let's just go down the list, shall we? Glance across the yard and notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. Man, I don't think I want to deal with being one-up by Brian or whatever happened with Robert last night. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian waving me over. Shoot. I flash a smile and walk over to him. Hey, guys. Daddy, how the heck are you? Settling into the neighborhood all right? Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order, at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50-inch in there. The game looks great in high def. Oh, boy. Daddy, have you met Robert yet? Yeah, we've met. Robert regards me over his whiskey. Good seeing you again. We were just talking about my most recent camping trip. Spent a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She definitely is an outdoorsy one. Even caught her first fish. Good to see you taking your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it. And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Brian raises his eyebrows at me. Being inside, making art. She want to look at competition for that art. Yup. Did I put it on too strongly? Robert stares at me blankly for a sec. Anyway, I haven't gone camping in years, not since the last time. Same here. Well, things change once you have a kid. Wait, what happened the last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Well, old Johnny Boy and me were out in the back country. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in me Army Jays. Comes from Kansas. They build him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle when the rope bridge snaps. You could see the bone popping out through the skin. Johnny Boy screaming out, crying for his mama, losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the wound, but now I got a fireman carry a 6-foot, 180-pound man over some of the toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you. There were moments during those 2 days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy. But you put a bond with your brothers in arms, and that bond never breaks. Got that boy back to civilization. Lost some of me out there. I guess that's camping for you. Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes another long sip of his whiskey. I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down a river and he lost a flip-flop. Miss that kid. Brian and I laugh nervously. Or am I kidding? Brian, I tense up again. I'm kidding. Man and Daisy barrel up to us, laughing. Daisy's holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. We gotta get off this haunted truck. Oh no, the ghosts locked the doors. Quick, hit the emergency escape button. But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess, and then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts, but how will we ever survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like it. Although I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing. Robert? Wait a second. Are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah! Man, and I love that show. It's the best, especially that episode where Callum hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such quality reality television. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries. Alright, Daisy, I found us a couple of bugs. They're gonna make a great meal. Lots of protein. Gonna keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over there. Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. Randy gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. Let's go find kindling for a fire. Okay, but not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend. Now you're getting it. Daisy and I made her run off. What a cute couple of kids. I hope they don't start a fire. Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. Guess Amanda just sort of has her way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really? She just kind of keeps to herself. Her teacher says she spends every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people too. Oh, kids, right? Gotta love them. You're required to by law. I hear that. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put together a little play date for them. They do seem to get along really well, but the thought of the continually hearing about all of Brian's accomplishments is rough. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't want to take up too much time. Go meet some of the other fellas. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place. And to try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to the postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Let's just talk to Craig. Turn my attention to Craig, who seems a little more attentive to my existence. I had resistance training go the other day. Great, Little River is a great cheerleader. Aren't you, tiny bro? Craig grabs River's arm and waves them around. You can do it, Dad. I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry for pooping on you. She must be a handful at that age. Nice. Oh, they always are. But it's so worth it. Craig grabs River's arms again and waves them around. Also, I'm sorry for throwing up on you, Dad. How you settling in? Almost done. So a few odds and ends to take care of before I can really call myself settled, but I think we can upgrade the situation to livable. We did livable throughout the entirety of college. Yeah, my goal was for Amanda to live the sort of life that didn't involve eating spoonfuls of ranch dressing as a palate cleanser between different types of pizza. She still does, though. Hey, she takes after her dad. Daddy, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly. Seems like your daughter's fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us. What is this, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it. Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on his head. Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on. Hey, Daddy, this is my daughter. Hello, I'm Carmencita. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop and my old college friend and, your teacher? What? Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors. Yup. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper? Haha, great seeing ya. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. I've taught her well. She learned the finger guns move from me. I'm very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Sweet Manchego.
Hugo looks around the party. He finally spots him before his eyes go wide.
Whoa.
Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking? Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. No. I see Ernest across the way. Casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right? Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard. And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half of my yard, too. Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey, everybody, sorry about that. Daddy, this is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Doesn't matter. Ernest. Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah, good for you. Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch. Ernest. Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts his earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs. I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber. See, that right there. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads? Don't know. I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against, and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18, she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter, Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point.
Oh.
As much as we all want it, I don't think it's important to be cool dad as long as it is to be as good dad. Can't all be best friends with our kid. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest.
Oh.
Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right, but it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it might be like that. Is college when that happens? Don't let us eat up your time, Daddy. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. All right, let's go to Joseph and Damien. We can't just skip all this chit-chat. We only have to talk to the dad that we're going to be dating. But, you know, we'd like to do it. I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Ted Gotham Beyond by the Grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. So I'm curious. Can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warm in the winter. It provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an interesting choice. Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. Daddy, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his, aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had that pleasure. I think I saw you at Dead Gotham Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously. And to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Gotham Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no way for such a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one who took Dead Gotham Beyond. Very good taste on her, but does she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second. Look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
Oh, my.
Hi, Amanda. Would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back. I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but if I had to choose, I would describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore leanings. Bats are cool, though. Ah, pity. Are you enjoying the parties, Eva? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcome.
Yeah.
Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? That it would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch at your service. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey, won't you come play with us? Come play with us forever. Guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back away. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of the wine. I think I might have taped over her VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the radio. It's my fourth. I've squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That'd be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary? Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Ah, Lucian, have I introduced you to Daddy yet? Hey, he's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. It's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever, sir. Lucian bows again. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger? Sir. Coming right up, bud. Are you vegetarian? Yup. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Dad. Yeah. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice before. Looks like the bottom of an anchor. Whoa, is that a tattoo? Wow. Yeah, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That's so cool. Want to see mine?
Oh, my.
What? Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian. We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful now, that number carries weight. Man, Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. And without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips his spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto patties, perfectly grilling onions on the side. One after another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. Probably didn't know this, Daddy, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's ungrillevable. Hey. I've tried to get on his level, but I just can't catch up. Hey. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard, we keep talking about this. Can't we just appreciate the artist? I've never seen him make a mistake. Hey. Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please stop. All of the children at the party boo the glorious display of puns in unison. All right, guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers. Oh. Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac. Kind of nice, isn't it? It feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Oh. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll make a real killing. Hey, why don't you add us all on Dad Book? Dad Book? Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it. Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad, and social media goes over my head sometimes. Don't worry, Pops. I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smooth. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Carmencita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul or something. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. Pretty fun party, don't you think? I wish I could have been playing Paranormal Ice Road Truckers. You and Daisy seem like you were having a way better time than I was. Because we were. Well, hey, at least you met some other cool dads. You should hit them up on Dad Book. Maybe I will if I ever figure out how social media works. I have a good feeling about this place. Me too, Dad. Dad! And I arrive home with the remnants of our veggie plate. Seems like nobody was really into the cauliflower. Any big plans for this evening? Actually, yeah, I'm going out with some friends. Oh. Is that okay? Of course. Just keep me posted and be home before midnight. You got it. And be careful. Yeah. I will. Make good choices. Of course. And call me if you need anything. Dad, you're not going to do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you? What? No, I've never done that, and I will never do that. Okay. Do you have any plans for tonight? My plans were kind of to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm gonna work on some stuff. You know, dad stuff. I'm just relaxing tonight. Have fun, okay? Great, see you later, Paps. Watch Amanda drive off into the night. I really do hope she has fun. I plop down in front of the TV and turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. Looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. I'd love to be able to cook like that. Although I think if I was actually good at cooking, I'd use my powers for evil. Like just making baked Alaskas all day instead of any food of real nutritional value. Man, Gavin Chapman just caught something on fire, but he meant to do it. What a professional. I lose track of time as I blaze through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind and also one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one was about. It was just a lot of yelling. Glance at my watch. Man, it's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I sent a text. Hey, kiddo, you good? I wandered into the kitchen as I wait for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in her hand, so I'm sure she'll respond soon. Unless she's driving home now, in which case I hope she doesn't respond soon, because I definitely taught her better than to text and drive. I reached into the freezer and grabbed an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day of socializing. I checked my watch again, and then my phone. Nothing yet. Okay, see, now I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No. It's too soon for that. I'll just send her a gentle reminder text. What's up? Half an hour passes. Now I'm really worried. The episode of Gavin Chapman's Meat Hell are not only not assuaging my anxiety, but possibly exasperating it with all the yelling. So I keep pacing around the house, waiting for her to come back. Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who was she even with? Why don't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? Why don't I even know any of her friends' full names? Who is Emma P? I decided to send her another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know you're okay. I can't help but think of all the awful things that could have happened to her. Oh, thank God it's her. Amanda opens the door and shuffles in. Finally, she's back home. I'm glad she's okay. Sup, sweetie? Thank God you're safe. Yeah. But now that I know she's okay, I'm really mad. Why didn't you answer my texts? Amanda pulls her phone out of her pocket. Oh. Whoops. Guess I didn't see those. She starts to walk to her room. Amanda Ann. Whoa, we're pulling out the middle name now? Amanda, you came home an hour and a half after your curfew, and you didn't respond to any of my texts. You really freaked me out. I was about to call the cops. Dad, you're seriously overreacting. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you? You weren't responding, and it was just like when your mom... I have to stop myself from tearing up. Whoa. Oh. Dad, I didn't mean to... I sit down on the couch and put my head in my hands. I feel really tired all of a sudden. You really scared me. Just... Please don't do that again. Alright. I'm gonna go to bed now. Amanda closed the door to her room and I head to mine. Jeez. As I'm falling asleep, one thing she said keeps echoing in my mind. You're not gonna be like this when I go off to school, are you? I definitely didn't sleep well last night. I brew some strong coffee and make some scrambled eggs for Amanda as a peace offering. She eventually wanders into the kitchen. Hey, I thought about what you said last night. I should have texted you. I said I was gonna do it, and I didn't. I honestly just didn't even think about it. I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again. Well... I also thought about it, and I'll try to give you your space from here on out. I gotta trust that you can take care of yourself. Team Funk? Team Funk. Amanda gives me a hug. Want some eggs? You know it. Sprinkle some cheese on them? Already did. Yeah. Bless you. Amanda scarfs down the eggs and the time it takes me to wash the pan. Alright, I'm off to school. Smell you later. Wait! One more thing before you go. What? What's Dadbook?
Dad.
It's a social media platform. Wait. What? What's a social media platform? Dad, I have to go to school. Come on, Amanda. I'm an old man. I can't put together a Dadbook profile on my own. Alright, I'll help you sound interesting on the internet. Amanda spends the next couple of minutes setting up my profile on Dadbook, which, as it turns out, is a place where dads can get together and talk about fatherhood. Alright, Pops, we gotta fill out your profile. Let's get some likes and dislikes. On a Friday night, you'll most likely... sink into a blissful oblivion or sleep. If you had to take one thing with you onto a desert island, what would it be? Obviously a boat. What are your turn-ons? Street smiles. What did you want to be when you grew up? A good father. What's your favorite movie genre? Old comedies. What's your ideal date? Napping. What do you never leave home without? My crippling low self-esteem. I spend a lot of time thinking about how proud I am of my child. See? That wasn't so bad. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day on here just looking at people's profiles. You should mention one of them, or more than one of them. All these dads seem pretty interesting. Okay, I promise I'll make some friends. Amanda gives me a hug. Go get 'em, Dad.
Welcome.
You've got dads. All right, and this is where we will call it for today. And we'll be back with some more Dream Daddy next time. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching and continuing to support everything I'm doing. And I'll see you all next time. Until then, everybody, stay funky, people.